Okay, so good day everyone. I hope you're doing fine while watching this video. So this lecture covers the fundamental concepts of material estimation in farm building construction. So tapos naman na yung more about the different farm structures. Now we proceed to the basic building estimates, which includes wood, concrete, and your CHB or your concrete hollow blocks and the galvanized iron sheets. So these materials, though maraming different materials na pwedeng gamitin, but these four are the commonly used materials sa pagdating sa farm, lalo na dito sa Philippines. So accurate estimation is essential to optimize resource use and control the cost of our project. So this will be our learning outcomes. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to compute material quantities required for farm building components and apply estimation techniques. So it is important that in agricultural structures, materials are selected based on their strength, their durability, and their cost effectiveness. So this session focuses on the four major materials again, as mentioned earlier. The Again, sorry for the short uh, error. So, again, in agricultural structures, this session focuses on the four major materials and their properties to aid in material quantity estimation. So, again, apat yung i-discuss natin. So, this will be a four-part lecture. So, first, sa wood tayo, then concrete, CHP, and your GI sheets. So, dili ta magsugod ni wood. So, your wood, it is the commonly used building material. So, wood buildings manggod kay isa sa reason nga no very common ang wood kay because of first factor is the cost. So, compared to other building materials, your wood is the cheapest kasi you don't need to purchase that much, lalo na pag nasa farm ka, kasi pwede naman ka mag-cut og trees nimo and then you process it to lumber. So you can have wood to build your building. So the qualities of wood include strength, it is light in weight, magaan siya, it is durable, lalo na pag yung variety ng, or the species rather, the species of the wood is dun siya sa, it is leaning on the hardwood kasi we have softwood, we have hardwood. So yung durable na side ng wood, more on leaning sa hardwood. So say for example, your mahogany and east of fastening kasi you would only require nails. Say for example, nails para to fasten wood together or common na gali karon yung kadtong i-fasten lang nimo siya without requiring nails. And also, again, reasonable cost, attractive appearance kasi it's more on, it is leaning on the aesthetic side and environmental friendliness. So, ano environmentally friendly man ang wood because your wooden buildings acts as carbon sinks. It stores carbon from the atmosphere kasi from photosynthesis. So you remember your photosynthesis wherein your plants or your trees would get carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and then transform it to oxygen as a byproduct. So, wooden buildings acts as carbon sinks since it removes or your wood removes carbon from the atmosphere throughout their lifetime. Additionally, yung wood, it is environmentally friendly because it is biodegradable. So, it helps reduce landfill waste and supports the principles of circular economy. So wood in itself is organic. However, it is easily flammable material, making fire safety one of the primary challenges kapag wood construction naman yung kinoconsider natin. And another downside of your wood, aside from it is highly flammable, is it is sensitive to moisture and weather conditions. Kasi pag laging maulan and your wood lang yung structure mo, you won't have any roofing material or your roofing material is also made of wood or biodegradable materials, later on it would lead to material rotting and eventually structural damage. And also, your wood is susceptible to pests such as termites and other insects. Kaya nga, meron tayong tinatawag na wood preservative or yung sikat na brand is your Solignum. Because pag gihaplasan man gud nimo imong wood using that wood preservative, with the chemicals containing that wood preservative, it would reduce the wood susceptibility to termite attack or other pest attack, which can significantly improve the structural integrity of your material. Now, we will proceed to the different definition of terms muna. So, first we have what we call lumber. So, pag sinabing lumber, it refers to the wood after it has been sawn or sliced into boards, planks, timber, and etc. So, lahat dito, they're all wood. But when you talk about lumber, again, it is wood na nag-undergo na og processing. So, either nagabas na siya or na-slice na siya into different sizes. So, we have your boards, your planks, and your timber. Now, your lumber can be both, can either be rough or surfaced or dressed lumber. When you talk about rough lumber, it's just a term used to refer kapag wala pa ni undergo og smoothing or sanding or processing ang imuhang lumber. So, rough pa iyahang sides. So, kanang hapnot pa, wala pa siya na other agig planer or kanang sander. When you talk about surface or dressed lumber, it refers to plain lumber with at least one smooth side. So, kapag rough lumber, rough gid iyahang four sides. Pag surface or dressed lumber, at least one side kay nag-undergo na og planing or it is now your wood or your lumber has been surfaced and sanded, so at least one side ang smooth, it now refers to surfaced or dressed lumber. Kapag naman sinabi nating slab, it is the kind of rough lumber na kanang lapad siya because it is cut tangent to the annual rings, running the full length of the log and containing at least one flat surface. Kasi pwede naman good nga ang isa ka slab nimo, one side lang ang flat pero the other is kanang bako-bako. Or say for example, kanila nga surface ang one lang or two lang ang flat pero the other side kay wala pa kay siya na process na patong outer covering sa imuhang lumber. Now, we also have what we call S2S and S4S. So, kaning S2S and S4S, kani sila kay mga surface lumber ni sila. Pero the number indicates or the number connotes the number of pila ka sides ang smooth. So, when you talk about S4S, no, S and S, the first S refers to surface and the second S refers to sanded. So, ibig sabihin, pag S2S ang imuhang isa ka wood, S2S, it means that two sides niya kay both surfaced and sanded. Kapag S4S naman, all four sides. So, let's take a look at this example. So, S2S, so two sides lang ang smooth and surface. So, kani nga side, rough siya. Kani siya nga side smoothen, kani nga side rough. Kay two sides lang ang smooth and ay surface and sanded. Pag kaning S4S na example, both here, pati diri, sa iyang likod and the other side, kay nag-undergo na siya og surface and sanding. So, again, pag sinabing S2S and S4S, it just refers to the number of smooth sides. So, Pag S2S, mas daghan ang dalawa lang ang smooth side. Pag S4S, apat ang smooth side. Okay, so, another term is what we call timber. So, timber, plank, and board, they're all lumber. Pero pag timber, it is a special kind of lumber wherein 5 inches or 13 centimeter on its smallest dimension lang siya. So, for example, you have wood nga ingon na ni kadako or say for example lumber. Pag sinabing in its smallest dimension, so mani ang width, na pa siya thickness, mani ang thickness, mani ang length. So, ayan pinakagamay na dimension kay kaning thickness, kay mo man ni siya ang nipis. So, lumber, it is 5 inches or larger in its smallest dimension. So, yung thickness daw, pag sinabing timber, is 5 inches or 13 cm or larger, greater than. Pag sinabing plank, it is a wide piece of lumber from 4 to 13 centimeter thick. So, pag plank, strict siya nga thickness niya kay 4 to 13 centimeters lang. Pag timber, wala siya giingon nga thickness lang. So it could be thickness, it could be its width, or its length. Basta ang pinakagamay niya nga dimension kay 5 inches. Now, when you talk about board, it is a piece of lumber less than 1 and 1 half or 4 centimeters thick and at least 4 inches or 10 centimeter wide. So, pag mo yung tag-board, lapad na siya. Lapad siya, pero iyahang thickness kay maximum of 4 centimeters lang. Nipis lang siya. Less than 4 centimeters. Pero iyang kalapod dun kay at least 4 inches or 10 centimeter wide. So, gani siya kay mga terms lang ni siya kay sometimes manggod pag man tumog hardware, mingon mo nga timber ni siya or plank or board. Nana na sila ginaunsa man nila pag pag sort ang commercial sizes nila. Na natay mga annotated or kaakibat na mga dimensions when you use these terms timber, plank, and board. So kanina sa photo kay isa ko ni siya this di cartoon character ni siya si Plank kaning sa photo ani. So cartoon character na siya nga ihang pangalan kay Plank tapos ang show ani kay si and Eddie. So kani si Plank which is a wide piece of lumber nga yang thickness lang, yang thickness ani ni Plank kay 4 centimeters lang yang thickness. Tapos, friend siya ni, I forgot kung si Ed or Eddie siya nga friend. But anyways, another term you have to know is what we call lumbering. So, lumbering is a term applied kapag mag-refer ta sa mga operations when it comes to preparing wood for commercial purposes. So, it includes the process of logging, which is nag-cover from the cutting of trees to its hauling na siya, including its hauling and delivering to the sawmill for sawing. So, ang lumbering, general term na siya nga ginagamit kapag nag-prepare ka og wood for commercial purposes. But when you talk about sawing, it is simply the cutting of logs into commercial sizes. Pag sawing, simply paggabas lang. Pag lumbering, it includes logging, katong pagputol jud sa whole tree sa iyang kaning mga logs. Tapos, pag bit-bit, pag-haul papunta sa sawmill, to include or to perform sewing. So the bigger operation is lumbering, the specific operation is sewing kapag magputol lang ka into commercial sizes na sa imuhang logs. Okay, so ang commercial sizes man good usually available sa mga lumbers kay pwede ka ilahang lang. Ang commercial size typically sa lumber karon no kay iyahang length kay naa sa mga 10 feet. Tapos, ang iyahang width and thickness kay either 2 by 2, 2 inches by 2 inches, or 2 by 3. So, kanang dos por dos, mo ni siya. Iyahang length ana typically kay 10 feet, iyahang width and thickness kay 2 inches by 2 inches. So, naman po tayo mga 1 by 2, or 2 by 3, or 2 by 2. Pero ang mga common commercial sizes kay kani siya, iyahang length kay 10 inches, iyahang width and thickness kay either 2 by 2 or 2 by 3 inches. Pero iyahang length kay naka-feet. Now, when I talk about lumber measurement, lumber is usually measured in board foot. So when you refer to board foot is a unit of measure used in computing the volume of lumber. So one board foot is 1 foot length. Kani 1 foot length. Notice ha, isa ra ka kuwit. Pag isa ka kuwit, kani, isa ka kuwit, feet. Pag dalawa ang kuwit, shortcut na siya 2 inches. Okay, so a board foot is 1 foot length by 1 foot width by 1 inch thick of wood, equivalent to 144 cubic inches of wood or lumber volume. So, ang formula sa board foot kay, to get the total number of board foot, you just have to multiply the number of pieces times the thickness in inches times the width in inches and times the length in feet. So notice ha, pag length in feet, pag thickness and width is inches. So note that the thickness and width of commercially available lumber is in inches. And while the length is in feet of even length. So dili ka kita og length sa isa ka lumber nga butal or odd. So, always even na siya. Pwede 10, pwede 12, pwede 14 kung customized. Pero, ang commercial sizes kay even na siya. Dili na siya mga 11 or 13 mga odd numbers. So, they don't usually come in odd numbers, not unless customized ang cut sa imuhang wood. The nominal size of 2 by 2 and lower are priced based on linear foot and not by board foot. Naman po tayo ginatawag og linear foot. To get the linear foot, you just have to multiply the number of pieces times the length of your wood. Kay standard size naman ng 2 by 2. So, dirita sa example. So, given the problem that we have to compute the board foot of the following lumber. So, given nga naa daw kay 5 kabuok, 5 pieces of 2 by 6 by 14. So, notice the arrangement. Wala siya giingon kung asa diri ang thickness na asa diri ang width, asa diri ang length. So, always follow nga pag ingon ani ginasulat, always na siya naka thickness by width by length. So, pag sinabi sa problem nga 3 by 2 by 10, kani siya ang 3 thickness. Ang 2 width, ang 10 kay feet. So, pag ingon ani pagkasulat, always mag-follow or always mag-una si thickness and then your width and then your length. Okay, so let's answer the problem. So let's answer the problem. So you are asked to compute the board foot of the following number. So board foot is equal to ang formula, number of pieces. So pila man sila ka pieces? 5. So you have to put 5 times thickness in inches. So, ang thickness ani kay 2. And naka-inches na ba siya? Yes, it is in inches because dalawa lang yung kuwit niya. So, pag 2, pag inganan gali, mga conventional notation, pag inganan na, it refers to inches. Pag isa lang, it refers to foot. So the thickness is 2 by width. The width is 6 inches and your length is 14 divided by 12. So the answer is 5 times 2 times 6 times 14 is 840 divided by 12, which is equal to 70 board foot or 70 board foot. So for this problem, ang final answer is 70 board foot. So it refers to the total volume of a lumber sa aning nga problem. So sometimes no, sometimes kay dili nato mabaw-an kung pila atong makuha na lumber or board foot sa isa ka tree. Kay syempre nakalog pa man siya. So kani siya nga problem, naka-commercial, naka-cut na ni ang imuhang lumber. Pero sometimes to find the net board foot of a round log kapag wala pa na undergo o processing ang imuhang log, like puno pa siya. So to find the net board foot of a round log or a standing tree with known diameter and height, we have this formula. The board foot would be equal to quantity D minus 4, wherein the D is the smaller diameter of the log in inches. Pinakamaliit na diameter of the log in inches, ha? In inches. In inches. Minus 4 quantity squared times the length. The length of the log in feet. Wherein, kaning 4 and 16, kay mga deductions na ni siya sa katong mga parts sa imuhang log na dili nimo magamit for commercial purposes, like katong mga kilid-kilid, mga outer covering sa imong wood. So the formula now to get the board foot of a round log or standing tree kay D minus 4 or quantity D minus 4 squared times L over 16. So para masabtan ni nga problem, let's take a look at this example. So from the figure above, find the total board foot that could be derived from the log for commercial purposes. So isa ni siya ka log wherein ang iyang diameter, the smallest diameter kani. Its smallest diameter is 24 inches. Now, the length of your log is 18 feet. Feet because, again, isa lang iyahang kuwit. Inches because, dalawa na ang iyahang kuwit. So, inches na siya and feet na measurement. So, the problem now is to find the board foot nga pwede na to ma-derive ani nga log. Okay? Dili man gud siya uniform, no? Dili uniform ang imong log, wala pa siya na process. So, given the formula, okay, so itong problem now is the board foot is equal to, ang formula kay D minus 4 times L over 16. So, let's write the formula. D minus 4 squared times L over 16. Wherein, ang imuhang D, it is the smaller diameter of the log in inches. Your D is equal to 24 inches. Your L is equal to 18 feet. Feet, ha? Notice, din mo siya kinangin and convert. So, which makes your problem now equal to 24 minus 4 squared times 18 over 16 equal to 24 minus 4, 20 times 18 divided by 16 is equal to 450 board foot. So, mo siya. Final answer now is that ang total board foot that could be derived from the log for commercial purposes is 450 board foot. So, just random share lang, the common lengths of lumber kay typical length sa lumber sa commercial ka naman to sa mga lumberan kay either 8, 10, 12, 14, or 16 feet ang common nga mga length na ginagamit for the different building projects. So, common jud kay 10. So, sometimes pwede na mo bubog 8 feet ang kalaptaas sa imong lumber or pwede 12 feet or 14 feet or customized na ang 16 feet. So, that's it for wood problems. So, we have you have problem exercises here. So, you can answer it on your own. So, mag-answer ta og isa ka problem ani. Okay, so kaning number 1. So how many board feet are there in 12 pieces of lumber, each 2 by 4 by 16? So, ang formula sa board foot, pag naka-lumber na kay number of pieces times thickness in inches times width in inches times length in feet over 12. So, for the problem, 12 times 2 times 4 times 16 over 12. 2 times 4 times 10 equal to 128 board foot. Pag lineal feet, wait lang. How many lineal feet are there? Pag lineal feet, you just have to multiply the number of pieces by the length. So when you talk about lineal feet, how many lineal feet are there in the 12 pieces of lumber na kuan? 16 feet ang height. So you just have to multiply 12 times 16, which is the length. So the lineal feet is 12 times 16, 192 lineal feet for a 2 by 4 number. So, nakay 2, 3, 4 problems. You can practice it on your own. But this is all about wood. Now, we proceed to what we call manufactured boards. So, sa manufactured boards, we have 3 types. We have plywood, you have hardwood, and your particle board. So, tatlo lang ato ang i-discuss ani na klase. So, manufactured boards are basically wood, but it undergoes further processing or it underwent further processing. So it is a wood that does not appear in its natural state. So first type is what we call plywood. So plywood is basically produced by gluing veneer sheets. Ini siya, mga veneer sheets. So by gluing veneer sheets with grains at right angles, providing strength and flexibility. So it is made of an odd number of veneer sheets glued together with the grains running at right angle. So it is available in 3 to 5 panels. So its thickness varies from 1/8 inches to 3/16 inches to 1/2 inches. So, nine different types of plywood. You have soft plywood, you have your hardwood plywood, and you have your exterior or marine plywood. Pag soft plywood, kana siya ang commonly nakita ninyo, mo po ni siya ang cheapest type of plywood. Commonly makita sa mga paghimo og mga na arkuba or a ceiling. So it is common for structural purposes. You also have your hardwood. It is used for paneling or finishing in your exterior or marine plywood. So your exterior and marine plywood, it underwent another further step of processing, which makes your plywood somewhat water resistant. So it is applicable for external use. So, minsan ginagamit siya. Kaya tinatawag siyang marine plywood. Kaya ginagamit po siya sa mga boats or katong mga uses na exposed in water. But your plywood, all in all, it is not water resistant, no? Kaya na siya tendency na mamurot or magbaklas bakbak pag expose siya to water in a long time. Another type of wood is what they call hardboard. So your hardboard, it is made from wood chips extruded into fibers. However, it does not use kanang artificial adhesive or glue. Typically, ginagamit lang yun niya kay what we call lignin, which acts as a primary binder sa imuhang hardboard. So, your lignin, it is a component of wood. Nana siya sa wood. So, it acts as a primary binder sa imuhang hardboard. So, what binds your hardboard is the lining. So, the lining binds the pressed wood together with no fillers or artificial adhesives applied. So, notice nga made from wood chips ni siya exploded into fibers. So, as you can see, dili nga na ka-smooth ang iyahang masyag mga made of wood chips gyapon ang imuha ang cardboard. And then the next type is particle board. Now, your particle board, it is constructed also from wood chips or pwede wood cuttings or wood flakes or wood strands. But it is less water resistant. It is the least water resistant among the three types of manufactured boards na akong gi-discuss today, katong plywood, your hardboard, and your particle board. So because it is made of larger, less refined particles than your hardboard, your particle board is highly porous, which makes it more water kanang prone to swelling because it acts like a sponge. More siyang sponge nga pag mag-expose sa liquid, absorption niya kay paspas kayo. So, very rapid, which leads to swelling. So, muna siya mambuto. So, I think katong table sa Marfori, I think is particle board or hardboard. Pero dili siya plywood. So, dili siya maayo mabasa kay mamburot siya and the swelling is irreversible na. So your particle board, however, it has equal strength in all directions of a given cross-sectional area and it is not that brittle compared to your hardboard. And it also can resist sparking. However, again, yung downside lang kay it is the least water resistant. Now, after the three types of manufactured boards, let us now proceed to estimating how many manufactured boards are required for a given problem. So, sa problem, it is mentioned na the carpenter is tasked to build a partition wall for an office space. So, partition wall. So, mag-drawing daw siya. Let's draw a wall. tasked to build a partition wall. So, kani nga wall for an office space. 25 feet long, so the length is 25 feet and 7 feet high. The wall needs to be covered both sides using the standard 1/2 by 4 by 8 plywood. So, sa problem, kigi-mention nga 1/2 by 4 by 8 plywood. So, notice, parehas, wala siya ga-mention kung asa diri ang thickness, asa diri ang width. So, mauna si thickness, mo ni siya ang width, mo ni siya ang length sa imuhang plywood. Now, determine the total number of sheets needed. So, sa manufactured boards na problem, ang magmatter lang ani nga mga values kay imuhang width and your length to estimate the number of materials needed. So, step 1 is calculate the number of plywood. Mention ba? Wala mo siya na-mention on two sides. Okay. So, step 1, the number of plywood. Number of plywood is equal to length of space divided by width of plywood. So, ang plywood na to ani, since its length is 8 feet and ang height sa plywood sa office space kay 7 feet. So, ang arrangement na to ani kay ingani atong patayo atong plywood. So, since 7 feet is less than 8 feet, dili na nato problemahon kung magpatong-patong bata og plywood because enough nang isa ka plywood to accommodate kanina height. Pero ang atong problem lang kay since ang iyahang katas-on nun sa wall kay 25 siya, pero dili atong pangutana pila lang ka plywood ang atong ipatong-patong karon to cover this area. Ni pila ka plywood, pila ka buok ni tanan. So we have to divide the length of space, which is 25 feet, over the width of your plywood, which is 4. So 25 divided by 4 is 6.25 pieces. Now, always round up pag materials kasi di ka kapalit og butal or you can't go di ini pwede man 6 pieces lang kay 6.25 raman. So better manubra. So the total number of plywood needed is 7 pieces. Now it is not mentioned in the problem nga ay wait, na-mention din siya. It is mentioned na we have to cover both sides. So, kaning 7 pieces, isa lang ni ka-side sa wall ihang ma-cover. So, kunyari, naka-double walling na imong plywood. Naka-double wall. Nga ni side 1. Sa other side, magbutang na pugkag plywood. Mo siya ang side 2. So, kaning 7 pieces, you have to multiply it by 2 since ang mention niya kay both sides. So, 7 pieces times 2, total number kay 14 pieces of plywood na ang required. So, 14 pieces of plywood. So, therefore, sa problem, so the carpenter should purchase 14 pieces of plywood. Or pwede, nga 6.25 lang man, then kalahati raman niya magamit, pwede siya, kung we want it to be economical, 14 pieces or 13 pieces na lang. Ano 13 na lang man? Because, kaning 6.25, ang 0.25 di man magamit ang whole. So, sa other side na lang siya gamitan. So, 6.25 times 2 is 12.5. So round up 13 pieces. So either if you want to save 13 pieces, dili sa ka mag-round up, or if you want nga na kay more allowance, 14 pieces ang imuhang paliton. So I guess that's it for yes, that's it for wood. Dili sa ta mag-end sa imuhang manufactured board. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to um, comment dito sa ato ang Facebook. And thank you.